USL League One heads to the Badger State. It's the second to last match week of the regular season, and things are heating up. Ford Madison and One Knoxville hit the pitch this evening, playing for possible first-round playoff matchups. Josh Lill with you this evening, bringing you all the action on ESPN+. The standings heading into today, Omaha, the Players' Shield has not been secured, but they can do so with a win against Tormenta this evening. Madison can stay in the Players' Shield race, but they need a victory and anything but 3 points for Omaha. NoCo and Greenville are looking to maintain their spots for home field advantage in round one of the playoffs. One Knox and Charlotte need victories to have any chance at a top 4 seed. Richmond can secure the playoffs with a win tonight and a South Georgia Tormenta loss or draw. So sharing is caring has been the message for Derek Gebhardt of Ford Madison, one of the best passers on this team and in the league. But speaking with head coach Matt Glazer leading up to the match, he said a couple of things that they did well against Chattanooga is they controlled the tempo and created chances. Gebhardt is a big part of that. And also part of their phenomenal form as of late, 6-0-6 in all competitions in their last 12. And Christian Chaney and Juan Galindez, between the two, each of them have scored in 8 of the last 12 matches. Madison is second in the league in scoring with 35 goals, and scoring is going to be the difference maker down the stretch for the Mingos. As head coach for One Knox, Ilya Illich pointed out that this is a team that's tough to beat mentally and physically. However, for One Knox, the past stretch for them, they've been getting results, but not scoring as much. And Ilya Illich told me in order to improve for the postseason, we need to score more goals, but the play in transition is a big part of that. Stephen Haugley and Callum Johnson need to continue pushing in that area to help their attack get to that next level. Now for One Knox, defense can win you championships, but you have to see the ball go into the back of the net to be in position for those titles. Now, it's been a tale of two opposites on the offensive side of things between these two clubs. Madison, one of the best scoring and conversion teams in the league. Knox, quite the opposite, both league lows in goals, scored, and conversion rate. But defensive similarities should spice things up tonight. Both teams have league lows in the league shutout and goals allowed category, and Sean Lewis and Burton Shipman, the two starting keepers for both these teams, are top 2 in the running for the Golden Glove Award. Just 7 calendar days until the conclusion of the regular season. Both teams are locked in as one of the final 8 teams for the postseason. But the question is, can they increase their chances of hosting a first-round playoff match? Ford Madison and One Knox will answer all of those questions this evening. Starters and kickoff coming up next.
It's an S.
I'm not bad. My name is John Murphy. Pausani Ferry Sosa.
Soy Juan Galindre.
I'm Devin Boyce.
I gotta get a couple push-ups in, you know?
I can juggle. Justin.
Ta, 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 ta. Justicia.
Justice.
Justice. Justice.
Justice from the ground. Justice from the ground up.
Come see how Dairyland fits your life. With affordable car insurance that fits your budget. And 24/7 customer service that fits your schedule. Even if you have coverage lapses or a bumpy driving history, we've got you covered. For 70 years, we've been helping people just like you get the car insurance they need. So why wait? Contact Dairyland today.
Getting the exact vehicle you want is easy at Zimbrick Volkswagen of Middleton. Come in and sit down with one of our sales professionals and build the Volkswagen you want. Pick all the features, order it, and then sit back and relax, knowing you're getting your dream vehicle. The best things in life are worth waiting for after all. Check out our selection online or in person. With new vehicles arriving every day, your perfect Volkswagen could already be waiting for you at Zimbrick Volkswagen of Middleton.
Tonight's Unity Point Health Meritor Youth Soccer Spotlight is the Waunakee Area Soccer Club U11 Purple. And taking a look at the lineups this evening, sponsored by Madison Concourse Hotel. For Madison, it's a 4-4-2 formation. Bernd Shipman, the league leader in shutouts, eyeing to chase down Sean Lewis for the Golden Glove Award. Kristen Cheney out tonight for an accumulation suspension, too many yellow cards. Garrett McLaughlin replaces him next to Juan Galindez. Two great passers on the right. Madison's record holder for assists is next to Devin Boy, second most assists in the history of Union Omaha. The back line looks the same as last time out. For One Knox and Ilya Illich's crew, a 5-2-3 formation. Angelo Kelly back in the starting lineup up top with Kempis Tequila, the club's all-time leading goal scorer. Callum Johnson and Sievert Haugley look to help push the pace for One Knox in transition in the midfield. Stuart Ritchie, and Gio Calixtro are the wing backs tonight. And Johan Garibay in net for the injured Sean Lewis, who leads the Golden Glove race with a .73 goals allowed average. One Knox set to start with the ball this evening. Eric Lazama Pavan, our head official. One Knox in their white uniforms with orange letters and numbers. Madison in their blue uniforms with white letters and numbers. And home field advantage is crucial throughout the USL League One season, but it's even more of an integral part to a team's success in the postseason. We'll find out more tonight. One Knox, Madison, we're underway in Wisconsin. Josh Lill with you this evening, bringing you all the action on ESPN+. And One Knox going left to right, Madison going right to left. Ilya Illich in his first year as the head coach, interim head coach for One Knox with a record of 4-1-4. Matt Glazer in his third year for Forward Madison, a record of 36, 30, and 32. He is the third ever head coach of the Mingos. What a great game here on the second to last Saturday night of October. Playoff implications in terms of home field advantage in the first round on the line, which we pointed out in case you missed pregame. We'll also keep an eye on scores throughout the league as Union Omaha have a chance to clinch the Players' Shield this evening. Here's Bernd Shipman with the ball. One of the best keepers in all of USL League One. The league's leader in shutouts with 8 this year, as we've mentioned. Working patiently is Madison. Prentice getting to start the midfield on the left side with John Murphy Jr. There is Murphy Jr. Back over to Mitch Osmond. Circulated to Timmy Mayo. Now wide to Stephen Payne. Gebhardt to Boyce. Too much strength on that ball. Back to Garibay. And turns it right back. Prentice over to Osmond. He was really relied on for his vocal leadership. Provides directions from the back line. As head coach Matt Glazer has pointed out to us earlier this week leading up to the match. Osmond is the type of guy that really can give the info and help guide the younger players. And it's definitely shown throughout the season. Prentice. And the cross way out of play near the flock. It goes out for a goal kick for Johan Garibay. There's Wolfgang Prentice, Redondo Beach, California native in his second year with the club. And is going to have to get back and defend here against Garibay, who was designated as the Jägermeister Cup goalkeeper for One Knox this year. But one luxury that he's had throughout this season, it's really made life easy for the visiting side, is that they have 2 solid options at keeper. And with Sean Lewis being injured this evening, he's getting his chance now to showcase his abilities in league play. 5 shutouts on the year for the Stockton, California native. He's done all that damage in the Jägermeister Cup. and the U.S. Open Cup. Angelo Kelly to Callum Johnson. Inside Prentice. We'll let that one trickle out of play. Just a beautiful evening in Madison for their last regular season match this year. 63 degrees, currently in the middle of Wisconsin, the wind blowing 8 miles an hour to the northeast. A picturesque night with a phenomenal crowd in attendance. As Kelly knocks that one out of play. There is Mac Laser, like we mentioned, in his 3rd year. And Coach of the Week twice this year, back-to-back weeks 9 and 10 USL League One season. So a foul call. Here McLaughlin going down. And so instrumental in the team's victory against Chattanooga last Saturday. Ended up drawing the game-winning foul, which led to the game-winning penalty kick in the 2nd minute of stoppage time by Kristen Cheney. Galindez nearly evaded Jalen Chrysler. That one's popped back into the midst of Garibay. There's interim head coach Ilya Illich. Once played for this team. And with the parting of ways with former head coach Mark McKeever back in August, Illich took the reins. His first match as head coach was a stomper, to say the least. 4 goals scored versus Chattanooga, the first time they had done that since they entered USL League One. Jacob Krull over to Galindez. Give and go to Krull, who led the league in passes last year with over 1,900. Also had a spot on the All-League 2nd team in 2023. Down goes Chrysler. It'll be a free kick if one knocks his own end. Chrysler, again, such a veteran presence on the back line next to Jordan Skelton. You combine those two with Danny Fernandez, you really can put together a solid central back line, which is important, especially when Stuart Ritchie, Gio Calixtro love to play as fullbacks, more like wingbacks. You'll see them get very high this evening, crossing the ball in. Calixtro actually got the start last match at that left wingback spot for Stuart Ritchie, but both are on the pitch this evening. Boys back to Mail. Switching the field to Krull. Prentice. And back over to Osmond, clearing to Shipman. And this match taking place at beautiful Breese Stevens Field in Madison, Wisconsin. Named after the former mayor, Breese Stevens of Madison. He's also a former University of Wisconsin regent. And his name dedicated, the stadium dedicated in his name for the wishes of his wife. Just a beautiful scene here. Madison and Knox, truly 2 of the teams in USL League One that have some of the stronger fan bases. There's Krull, once helped Omaha to their first USL Cup back in 2021. And the offside flag is up, turned right back over to Madison. So Gio Calixtro has that ability to play up top or hop in at wingback spots. Once the youngest player in Tier 2 history to record a brace at 18 years old. So this is someone who is not afraid of the limelight. Tequila, pressuring Shipman. Flicked on and turned over. Fernandez steps. And Kelly doesn't like the initial look. This is something you'll see from one Knox Doesn't matter what advantage or disadvantage they have, they love to take their time, build at their own pace, force the opponent to play at their own tempo. Grizzler over to Kelly. He was the March Player of the Month in USL League One and a second-team league member last year. His production has been slowed. Just 3 goals and 3 assists on the year. Tonight could definitely be a night he heats up. Possession going the way of forward Madison. In the 2 years that they have made USL League One playoffs in 2019 and 2023, they both suffered losses in the semifinals. 2019 back to North Texas SC and last year to Northern Colorado. But 3 consecutive years of not seeing an appearance in the postseason. They feel like this is their year. Not just with clinching over the past couple of weeks, but they feel like tonight is the chance where they can clinch a first-round matchup at home in the playoffs. Again, coming in with a record of 17, 5, and 10 overall this year, 10 wins in the league. Came away with 6 in the Jägermeister Cup. Made it all the way to the championship before losing to Northern Colorado in penalty kicks. And then just a short-lived US Open Cup. So a player down for forward Madison on the near sideline. And we'll wait to get that player. That's Wolfgang Prentice. He's been loaned a couple of times from Oakland Roots. Spent time with Northern Colorado as well. Shaken up there, seems to be okay. So free kick right at the center line for the Mingos. Neither team with a shot yet. And that's expected with 2 defensive powerhouses on the pitch. And if Sean Lewis was in net, 4-1 Knox, it would be a battle of the 2 keepers atop the race for the Golden Glove, but nonetheless, Johan Garibay getting the start in a huge moment. And a nice side dish. Here's Prentice crossing in. Knocked away by Fernandez. Play all started with Garrett McLaughlin. High-motored player that's really valued for this home side. Here's McLaughlin. Centering over to Boyce. Prentice. Left-footed cross in and just wide. Gebhard retrieving outside the 18. Sent in by Mail, headed away. And 1 Knox on their heels defensively. Shot by Murphy Jr. Just sails over the crossbar. So a couple great chances here. But the former was the closest. This replay brought to you by Dairyland. And a quick flick there on the cross by Prentice. And it just misses McLaughlin. A matter of inches from grazing the right stick. So John Murphy Jr. and Wolfgang Prentice wreaking havoc early on here in the 14th minute. And a collision there with Mitch Osmond and Kempis Tequila. The last time these 2 teams got together, it was a 1-1 draw at Regal Soccer Stadium in Knoxville, Tennessee. Juan Galindez and Frank Ross ended up scoring. Again, that was a league matchup, so it just resulted in a draw. So keys to the game brought to you by Burrish Group at UBS. For Madison, it's dangerous depth. Head coach Matt Glazer's mentioned that their strength is the depth. Garrett McLaughlin, the game-winning foul drawn that led to Christian Cheney's penalty last time out. Guys coming off the bench are going to be huge. Down the stretch, they can win you big games late in the season, and for Knox, they need to get into transition. The team is last in the league in through balls with 7, so they shouldn't shy away from the possession-based style that they've been playing, but you must move quickly against a team like Madison or other teams throughout the league like Omaha and Northern Colorado. Again, those keys to the game sponsored by Burrish Group at UBS. Johnson, here's Ritchie. Service in, knocked down by Ballard. Tequila, creating space, dancing, floating. Knocked away by Cruel. And back out to Stuart Ritchie. Ballard, defended well by Boyce. Miscommunication between Tequila and Ballard. And Richard Ballard called for the foul. Garrett McLaughlin drawing the free kick for his side. There's our head official for this evening, Eric Lezama-Pavon. And the injury report brought to you by University of Wisconsin Health Sports Medicine. For Madison, Christian Cheney out due to an accumulation suspension for yellow cards, and one Knox, Sean Lewis, is out with a knee injury. And the injury report brought to you by University of Wisconsin Health Sports Medicine. So 2 key players for both sides not dressing this evening. Chance just to the left. And out running was Stephen Payne. Madison with 3 good chances, this one being the most recent. Times that run perfectly, but it's really Jordan Skelton that gives him the chance here on this Dairyland replay. Skelton finds himself touching that ball at absolutely the wrong time. Stephen Payne nearly brought pain and suffering to one Knox in the 17th minute. This corner kick brought to you by Canopy Wealth Management. In swinging ball, reaches the 6. It looked good momentarily. Knox holding strong momentarily. Boyce cutting in and just shoved to the ground. No foul call. That was Gio Calixtro colliding with Boyce. And the home crowd could not disagree more. So a drop ball for Jalen Chrysler, and one Knox is able to reset. For the visiting side, when they were at home in this last matchup back on October 1st, they had just 1 shot on target. Obviously, they are clenching their fists, hoping to not repeat that stat this evening. And for one Knox, last time out on Saturday, or excuse me, earlier this week on Tuesday, was a win against Central Valley Fuego, 2-1 at home. It was tied 1-1 at the end of the first 45 minutes of play. Then in the 75th minute, Rodolfo Castro just let an absolute screamer from outside the box be the game-winning goal. No doubt they ended up winning possession in that match. But it was a big step for one Knox, especially for Ilya Illich and his side. They won after conceding the opening goal in the 29th minute for the first time since May 1st of 2023 against Greenville Triumph. That is 20 games without a win when conceding the opening goal. Stats don't lie. History tells the truth. One Knox won a good chance of coming home with 3 points this evening. It's likely they need to score first. Kelly with pace, bouncing ball on the near side. Calikstra, defended by Prentice. Johnson and Haugli there right in the midfield, again controlling the pace like we talked about. Where those two move, whether it's with or without the ball, is where the team goes. You can see the type of ball handler Haugli is, and the threat he poses. Two defenders around him. Just gives that right back to Shipman. Burns Shipman played every single minute in 2023 for the Mingos. Recorded 84 saves and 12 shutouts. He won't hit that same shutout stat in the regular season this year. But the German national has shown more valiant play this year again. So Wangalinde has gone down. This Dairyland replay. And it's Jalen Crisler coming up from behind. Just putting a little too much of his body into Galinda's back. Columbia National, third all-time USL League One goals, behind Garrett McLaughlin, funny enough. Derek Gebhardt, headed by Fernandez. Stuck in the mud in that far left corner. Back out to Murphy Jr. As a racing Angelo Kelly, attempting to put pressure on. Cruel. Nice swipe there by Calikstra. So the visiting side showing aggression here early on, wanting to get on the ball. Right at the edge of the attacking third for Madison. Boyce, off of an awkward bounce. Spinning ball right at the edge of the arc, headed up by Crisler. And a reset. And it's a back line that's taken different shape throughout the year. Sometimes 4, sometimes 5. Very rarely 3 players. Something Matt Glazer prided himself on, that the lineup can switch at any time. There's no specific shape or formation. It's about playing off a feel and what the opponent throws at you. There's a hard collision right in the middle of the field. It'll go the way of one Knox. Head official Eric Lazama Pavang heading over to check on the injured one Knox player. That's Callum Johnson. This Dairyland replay. Johnson awkwardly goes off the side of a Mingo. Comes up shaken up. So now 3 shots for Madison, none on target. And one Knox has yet to test Burns Shipman. Speaking with head coach Ilya Illich leading up to the match. He knows that his team has been down at some points this year, but he applauds their response rate. And he felt that last time out against Central Valley, after being down a goal, that his team just didn't settle for a point. That one lands in the hands of Shipman. But they went the extra mile. They showed character and resilience to go get the massive 3 points that they needed to still be in the race for a home first round match in the playoffs. One Knox just 2 multi-goal games in their last 14 league matches. Haugli plays it safe. Madison going quickly. Boyce, back to Kroll. Murphy Jr. Facing is McLaughlin. Like the initial step, sent around to Boyce. What a luxury it is to have Devin Boyce and Derek Gebhardt on either side of the midfield. The attacking-minded talented scorer Devin Boyce, and then Derek Gebhard. Just an all-out playmaker. In all competition this year, 11 goals and 7 assists between the two. Prentice, left-footed, in-swung pass, deflected and knocked down. Dancing. It's blocked there by Skelton. Murphy Jr. over to Boyce. Calixtro will slow the pace down. Chrysler lays into that ball. And to comment on the lack of scoring multiple goals in matches, Ilya Illich notes from the beginning of his tenure that they've been playing more freely when high up on the pitch. He's trying to break down teams more and more as the days go on. But he's emphasized we are far from perfect. We want to score multiple goals on several occasions. We've lacked in doing so. We're getting scoring chances. Now it's about capitalization. And a chance here to capitalize for forward Madison after an Angelo Kelly foul on John Murphy Jr. They'll have a free kick in their own attacking half. And Kelly overstepping his boundaries here on this Dairyland replay. John Murphy unable to protect himself. There's Payne. Ballard and Tequila up high. Attempting to get in the heads of the center backs and fullbacks for forward Madison. Outswinging cross with a wicked spin. Finds its way back to the center circle. Chrysler popped up, dangerous territory. Speedy Angelo Kelly unable to completely evade John Murphy Jr. Couple odd touches, and here we go. Kempis Tequila. Just turned 27 earlier this week. Hoping to secure a goal for his birthday week. All the way to Chrysler. Chrysler. Kelly. Calixtro. Prentice forcing him inside. Not a lot of room to go. Johnson taking his space. Sees green grass. Left-footed shot to the right side of the sticks. Burn Shipman controls. In the aftermath of both hurricanes, Helene and Milton, the USL has partnered with United Way Suncoast to help the Tampa Bay area recover from the devastation the storm left behind. To learn how to get involved, scan the QR code or visit www.uslsoccer.com/Milton to ensure individuals and families have the access to resources they need to recover. Cruel. Kelly. Having to swivel around Cruel and Boyce. Tequila double teamed and shoved to the ground. Head referee Eric Lazama Pavan giving a palms up reaction to Mitch Osmond as the veteran center back showed a little too much force there. Ended up leading the Mingos in clearances and blocks last year, 130 clearances and 17 blocks for 2023 in his third year as captain. The Australian national is exactly the type of guy that you want at a center back spot. You see it on the other side with Jordan Skelton. Guys that have been around the game, have seen success, and have proven they can provide defensive stability night in and night out. Check out all the exciting postseason action starting in November as the USL playoffs presented by Terminix showcase the top teams battling it out for the ultimate prize. Go to the USLLeague1.com for all the latest playoff information. Boys having to step in to that back line. Junior over to Gebhard. You'll see Stephen Payne in 22 at that right back spot. He loves to get high. Bear Insurance, a proud sponsor of Forward Madison FC and based in Madison, has provided protection and peace of mind to businesses and individuals throughout the state of Wisconsin since 1928. You can see Payne right to the right of Gebhard. Really allows Madison, if they opt to go with him, to move the ball quickly into the attacking half. Gebhard drawing the foul. Here we are, the 31st minute. Still scoreless. Between two of the better defensive sides in the league this year. Prentice. Extra with great defense. Kelly takes that one up high, but puts his body on the line, forcing a throw in here for Jacob Krull. Heaves that one toward the back to Mitch Osmond. Knox this year with an overall record of 14-8-8. 9 wins in the league, 4 in the Jägermeister Cup, not enough to advance to the knockout stage. And again, a short-lived US Open Cup round, just 2 rounds. One Knox last year in their first season in the league. The first booking of the evening will be issued. So head official Eric Lazama Pavan talking it over. Jordan Skelton in the huddle with Devin Boyce. Joe Calixto, Danny Fernandez, and Siebert Haugli there as well. It's going to be a close chance here. Just a matter of feet outside the box. Free kick chance on the foul. Devin Boyce set to take. He'll ask for space here on this direct free kick. The wall is forming of 6 One Knox players. Possibly 7. So a yellow card was issued to Gio Calixto. First booking of the evening. Boyce standing over the ball. Something's not quite right. Head official would like that One Knox wall just to take a step backward and give Boyce his space. Chance here in the 34th minute. Domingos looking to take flight. A hard shot rocketed off that wall, and a high five from Danny Fernandez to Jordan Skelton. They did their job. A must-need moment. Gebhard. Payne. Foul call there against Garrett McLaughlin. So 5 shots this evening for Madison. None have made it on target. Just 1 shot on the night for 1 Knox. Still have yet to test Burns Shipman. Ugly back to Garibay. Over to Stuart Ritchie. Top 2 in the league in crosses. Down goes Ballard on the far side. Nice time to run by Calixtro. Cutting inside on Prentice, but a heavy touch there spoils the opportunity so far. They regain their chance. Tequila nearly got a touch after Calixtro kept the play alive. And a free kick now in positive territory for 1 Knox. So both teams trading set pieces just outside each other's 18s here in this 36th minute. On this Dairyland replay, a flick in, went off Tequila, found Calixtro. So a couple of players going down for the offensive side. Tequila with a chance to leave his mark on this match if he takes. Left swinging ball, curling inside, and cleanly taken care of by Burns Shipman. Tequila with 9 goals in the competition this year, 12 throughout the year. Nice defense there by Skelton. Had to make sure Gebhard didn't see the light on that ball. Play continues after the collision on the far side. Galindez unloads. And Garibay had a tough time judging that ball. Didn't know whether to leap or watch it go. Stumbled a couple times, but eventually could do nothing about it. Took a deflection and out for a Canopy Wealth Management corner kick. And the second this evening for forward Madison. Desperate for an opportunity. High and swinger, outside the 6. Nice job by Garibay to get good positioning. As Garrett McLaughlin had eyes on the opening goal. Madison is no stranger to putting out double-digit shots per game. So they've recorded 10+ shots in 6 of their last 7 matches. Guess what, folks? In the matches where they did have 10+ shots, they went 4-0-2. One where they didn't, their only loss in that 7-game stretch. So key tonight, we'll keep you updated on that stat. Johnson over to Kelly. Wicked out swinging ball. Could have found Ritchie, but it was too far ahead. Angelo Kelly, the All-League 2nd team last year. Looking to find his touch here in the final couple of weeks of the regular season. Again, both of these teams will be in the playoffs. It's just a matter of where specifically they'll be. And it could be tough to come here to Breese Stevens Field. Look at that support section. Not an empty seat. Truly, you can see it when the camera pans either way. Every spot taken, as this city has just embraced the football culture in the North. ahead, right to Garibay. So folks, we'll give you a scoring update. Richmond currently up on Chattanooga. They went down 1-0 earlier on in the match, but in the 80th minute, they lead by a goal. And again, big scenarios. Richmond looking to clinch the final postseason spot. They need a win this evening, but they also need Omaha to take care of business, needing a win out of Los Bujos. Ballard with pace, tripped up. But a clean challenge results in a throw-in as that went off a Mingo. Ballard, Kelly, smothered by McLaughlin and Gebhardt. Pulling out all the tricks. Eventually has to reset with Scout Fernandez. G back to Fernandez. We get closer and closer to halftime. Neither team blinking just yet. Ballard slow to get up. He's taken a couple of collisions over the past minutes. Ballard plays with such passion we've seen over the year. 30-year-old from Louisville, Kentucky. Always able to showcase his abilities in one-on-one situations. A couple other scores, Lexington and Charlotte, even at 1. And how about this? South Georgia Tormenta leading Union Omaha 1-0. Into the box, back post, header sky high. Contact inside, Mitch Osmond took the worst of it. It's a goal kick for Burns Shipman. So great chance here on this Dairyland replay. Excellent placed free kick. And Fernandez, the intended target, just sends that one down yonder. So yes, folks, you heard me right before Callum Johnson took that direct free kick. South Georgia Tormenta FC leading Union Omaha 1-0 in the 12th minute. It was Aaron Walker striking in the 2nd minute for the Ibises. And Prentice a little far ahead. That offside flag goes up. One Knox retains possession. So the importance for the Forward Madison fans is that if their side can pull away with 3 points this evening and Omaha falls, they're in position for the Players' Shield. But even as it stands right now, a draw for the Mingos and a loss for Union Omaha would only separate the two by 3 points. So it all come down to the final match day next week. And we will keep you updated on all the Players' Shield clinching scenarios and the remaining postseason scenarios as well. And Josh Lill with you here in the 43rd minute of action. Neither team able to strike gold just yet. 2 shots on target, both teams combined, 1 apiece. Both teams love the possession-based style. You're getting 2 sides that aren't just maybe, they aren't just might be. They are the 2 best defensive clubs in USL League One. Boyce back to Murphy Jr. Miscommunication with Boyce, and an unforced turnover there. So for Madison, an unlikely scene right now. They've scored 12 goals in their last 5 league games coming into this match, on a 5-game scoring streak. A goal here tonight would make it a team record this year for the Mingos. It would be 6 matches in a row with a goal. and something Ford Madison looking to improve on come playoff time is really disrupting the passing lanes. Last in the league in interceptions with 134. Might be tough to pick the ball off tonight. Away from the visiting side. They are some of the most patient passers of these 12 teams. So the possession go back the way of Madison. Ballard disagreeing with the call. How about Devin Boyce this evening? 3 chances created. Burton Shipman with stoppage time now here, looking to put this ball in excellent position. Again, 1 minute of stoppage time has been announced. Stoppage time sponsored by Just Coffee Co-op. Murphy Jr. inside, headed away. Calixto crossing. Ballard. The good opportunity here. The dying moments of the first half. Pressure. Galindres colliding with Calixto. The first half whistle sounds. It is a scoreless affair here at Breese Stevens Field in Madison, Wisconsin. And it's hard to be surprised by this one, folks. Again, 2 of the best defensive squads in all of USL League One duking it out here on the pitch. So great chances, especially courtesy of Devin Boyce. And a game high 3 chances created, but nothing has found the back of the net. And just 1 shot on target for each team. Both looking for big results this evening, hoping to secure a home playoff game in the first round. We'll be back shortly. Don't go anywhere. We've got high-stakes soccer coming up for you next. But it was too far ahead. It could be tough to come here to Breese Stevens Field. Look at that.
Tomorrow. We've been expecting you. At TrueStage, we've been preparing for tomorrow for almost a century, helping businesses give their customers, members, and clients what they need to move forward with confidence. Because for us, the future brings possibility, protection, innovation, growth. With financial solutions across insurance, investments, and technology, the people you serve can take on tomorrow, today. So what are you waiting for? Tomorrow, here we come.
Oh, not bad. My name is John Murphy. Pausani Ferry Sosa.
Soy Juan Galindre.
I'm Devin Boyce.
I gotta get a couple push-ups in, you know?
I can juggle. Justin.
Da, 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 da. Justicia.
Justice.
Justice. Justice.
Justice from the ground out. Justice from the ground out.
Come see how Dairyland fits your life. With affordable car insurance that fits your budget. And 24/7 customer service that fits your schedule. Even if you have coverage lapses or a bumpy driving history, we've got you covered. For 70 years, we've been helping people just like you get the car insurance they need. So why wait? Contact Dairyland today.
I've always been a storyteller. I capture those beautiful moments, things other people miss. My health took an unexpected turn, but my care team put my needs in focus, designing solutions to support my ambitions. Now that's just a footnote in my journey, a small part of a story that's still being written. UW Health, remarkable.
back here at Bree Stevens Field, a scoreless affair between Forward Madison and One Knox here in the second to last match week of the regular season. Let's take a look at the best highlights from the league's Player of the Month, Liam McKinnon for September.
Zion Scarlett to Liam McKinnon. The flag is down, a point to the center circle, and Greenville has their opener. Castro. Fleet feet, Leo Castro, sweetly over. Anderson, swept in, McKinnon! Swings a heavy hammer and has his hat trick.
So with just 1 week left in the regular season, all eyes are on the Golden Boot race. You have Greenville's Liam McKinnon and Charlotte's J.C. Obregon Jr. Both have been integral parts to their team's offensive outputs this year, and just one goal separates the two in the race, and 11 without penalties. But Juan Carlos Obregon Jr. has been the threat outside the box, both of which their teams really rely on attacks inside the 18 to put pressure on the back lines. We'll see what goes on in the next 7 calendar days. So McKinnon currently leading the race. And you can see opportunities here, just getting in for good runs. It's all about the step and the quick passes. A true threat inside the 18. Not many like him in the league. That's why he currently is atop USL 1 in goals. We'll see what he does as his team takes stage tomorrow night against Central Valley. Hell of a chance to really increase that goal scoring total against the lowest winning team in USL League One. And then turning it over to Juan Carlos Obregon Jr., one of the best one-touch finishers in all of USL League One. He's going to have a chance here in the final week to catch up with Liam McKinnon. And you can see here, not only does he possess the touch inside the box, but outside the 18, he has one heck of a ripper. And he has been the main success behind the story, working in conjunction with the top liners, guys like Luis Alvarez and Gabriel Oberton for Charlotte. Again, just 1 week left in the season. We have plenty more in this matchup between Forward Madison and One Knox. But folks, keep your eyes on the Golden Boot race between Liam McKinnon of Greenville Triumph and Juan Carlos Obregon Jr. of Charlotte Independence.
Is it somebody's birthday? Dad, come watch us hit this ugly piñata. Dad!
When Hornets show up, so do we. Terminix it.
New flavors, the same traditions. Be the guest of honor. Add more flavor to your parties. El Jimador, spiked bebidas.
I kept it pushing and busting and moving and running and shaking and hustling. My competition be mad at themselves because they keep on falling down and struggling. They know I'm the man. I'm just showing out. I keep it real. That's what I'm about.
When mosquitoes show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Yeah, sweet. I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead.
Come see how Dairyland fits your life. With affordable car insurance that fits your budget. And 24/7 customer service that fits your schedule. Even if you have coverage lapses or a bumpy driving history, we've got you covered. For 70 years, we've been helping people just like you get the car insurance they need. So why wait? Contact Dairyland today.
This halftime score is brought to you by Just Coffee Cooperative. Mingos and 1 Knox, 0-0 apiece. We have plenty of news from around the league this week. So taking a look at what came to come for the club in the country, Northern Colorado's Real Gil, Omaha's Zyko Lewis, and Knoxville's Innocent Inshuti have all scored on international duty. Innocent Inshuti currently playing for the Rwandan national team. And Texacoma FC is expanding. Former Luton Town FC assistant is to serve for both the sporting director and head coach for the expansion side. And then Union Omaha eyeing their 4th trophy. They're looking for the Players' Shield, their 3rd Players' Shield this Saturday tonight with a win plus points dropped by Madison, but currently down to South Georgia Tormenta FC. That task might be a little more daunting than expected. So it'll be interesting keeping an eye on them the rest of the way. We'll keep you updated. Again, congratulations to Real Gil, Zyko Lewis, and Innocent Inshuti on their success for international duty. So for the 5th time this year, believe it or not, folks, Greenville's all-time leading scorer, Liam McKinnon, is the player of the week. He's joined by his head coach, Rick Wright, and Sebastian Velasquez. For Madison, they have 3 participating members, Bernd Shipman and Aiden Macias, alongside Christian Cheney, who is suspended this evening for yellow card accumulation. And Simon Fitch on there for the high-flying Richmond Kickers team, where he recorded his first multi-goal contribution match of his career versus South Georgia Tormenta FC, recording an assist and the game-winning goal. No members of 1 Knox made the honors this week. And turning it over to current live scores, sponsored by Electric E-Bikes. Richmond in the 6th minute of stoppage time up on Chattanooga 2-1. And Charlotte on the road leading Lexington 2-1. And then the big stunner right now. We will continue. I cannot emphasize this enough, folks. We will continue to reinforce and keep you updated on South Georgia Tormenta FC's result versus Union Omaha. They lead Los Bujos in the 24th minute, 1-0. And the upcoming schedule throughout the league, sponsored by Dairyland Insurance. Union Omaha, if they cannot take care of business tonight, can clinch the Players' Shield next week against Central Valley. Richmond have a daunting task at home against Charlotte Independence. And Greenville hosts South Georgia Tormenta FC. Chattanooga and Lexington do battle in a possible matchup of maybe eliminated teams, depending on results this weekend. And the Nightcaps involve 4 playoff teams. So exciting USL After Dark for you folks next weekend. And when we come back, we'll have first half highlights and stats, and we'll preview the exhilarating final 45 minutes that we are about to have live from Bree Stevens Field in Madison, Wisconsin.
Getting the exact vehicle you want is easy at Zimbrick Volkswagen of Middleton. Come in and sit down with one of our sales professionals and build the Volkswagen you want. Pick all the features, order it, and then sit back and relax, knowing you're getting your dream vehicle. The best things in life are worth waiting for after all. Check out our selection online or in person. With new vehicles arriving every day, your perfect Volkswagen could already be waiting for you at Zimbrick Volkswagen of Middleton.
My name is John Murphy. Pausani Ferry Sosa. Soy Juan Galindre. I'm Devin Boyce.
I gotta get a couple push-ups in, you know?
I can juggle. Justin.
Justicia. Justice.
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 Justice from the ground. Justice from the ground up.
Come see how Dairyland fits your life. With affordable car insurance that fits your budget. And 24/7 customer service that fits your schedule. Even if you have coverage lapses or a bumpy driving history, we've got you covered. For 70 years, we've been helping people just like you get the car insurance they need. So why wait? Contact Dairyland today.
We are moments away from the final 45 minutes of play between Madison and Knoxville. Again, a scoreless affair so far, brought to you by Just Coffee Cooperative. Josh Lill here, bringing you all the action on ESPN+. And folks, we have some highlights for you from the first half, sponsored by Just Coffee Cooperative. In the 13th minute, there's a good chance here for Madison. Wolfgang Prentice has been dominant on his crosses from the left side of the box. That one nearly squeaks in. And a good job of Garrett McLaughlin cutting in, creating the touch there. Johan Garibay can wipe away his break of sweat. And then in the 28th minute, a diving stop here by Bernd Shipman. Don't know if it had a chance to go in, but nonetheless, Callum Johnson creating the opportunity. Then just moments later, in the 36th minute, Kempis Tequila in swinger on the direct free kick, places it really well over the wall. Again, not enough heat to get it by the leading shutout collector in USL League One. Halftime stats brought to you by Rhyme. Again, scoreless, but Madison outshooting Knox 7-3. Again, we mentioned in 6 of their last 7 matches, this is a team when scoring or recording 10+ shots, they are unbeaten. But both teams just 1 shot on target apiece. But possession has been owned by the Mingos at 56%. Not a lot of set piece action on the corner kick side of things, just 2 for Madison, none for 1 Knox, and just 1 booking, keeping head referee Eric Lazama Pavan's life very easy this evening. That yellow card going to Gio Calixtro. So here we go, folks. The fan of the match, the DHA fan of the match, presented by Dental Health Associates, Adam and Liam Wallman, constantly showing their support for the Mingos in Madison, constantly showing up. And fans like these two are needed in crucial moments, in the dying moments of the regular season, when your team has a chance to clinch a home playoff berth. Folks like these keep forward Madison running really well in that stadium. Derek McLaughlin set to take the... We've had a delayed start to the second half as there was a hole in the goal. We'll find out which one here momentarily. But both these clubs trying to put a hole in the net, as that would mean they would score. Both sides struggled to do so in the first half. Josh Lill set to take you through the final 45 minutes of action here on ESPN+. And Madison working with pace here in the first minute of the second half. Prentice, plenty of touches on that left side of the box. A volley attempt there by Boyce. It's off the back of Johnson. Ballard retrieves. Calixtro under fire from Prentice. Gives it right back. So folks, the net that had the hole was on the left side of your screen. So that would be the net that Knox is scoring on in this half. So that's where that delay occurred. Ballard on Boyce put on the brakes and nearly lost control of the ball. Angelo Kelly trying to sidestep around Jacob Krull. It was ineffective. Takedown Prentice. And Calixtro called for the foul. So a lot of success at home for forward Madison this year. 6 home victories. It's tied for first with Union Omaha. You can hear the thunder of the drums, the voices of the fans. You can feel the tension between the players right now, as they know that this matchup not only has playoff implications in terms of a first round home match, but it's just a good matchup against 2 great possessionally based, defensive minded teams. Again, not the usual front two, 4 forward Madison. Christian Cheney out on accumulation suspension. So Juan Galindez without his running mate. Cruel. The Boyce. That's kind of been Devin Boyce's role tonight, is coming to the back line for assistance. And those are the best teams, and not just USL League One, but in Championship, MLS, any leagues throughout the world, as Devin Boyce is the second player in the books this evening, first for forward Madison. There was a hard collision in the defensive half for one Knox. We'll see who that player is. That yellow card. Again, the second of the evening. Danny Fernandez. Ballard. Running chance here with Tequila. Richard Ballard goes down again awkwardly, and immediately the head referee, Eric Nazama Pavang, calling for the One Knox training staff. Again, we hope he's okay, because that was an awkward fall, not a lot of collision. It's those non-contact injuries that sometimes can be the most deadly on the pitch. Ballard, again, like we mentioned, has this exciting ability in 1v1 situations, formerly with Detroit City, USL Championship. So taking a look, Boyce chasing him down. Yeah, you could see there wasn't even contact made. It was on the run, as you can see on this Dairyland replay. Clearly non-contact. Grabbing at his lower body. All the One Knox players holding their breath right now. We hope Ballard is okay. Again, such a pivotal part. This is someone who can start, yet come off the bench and be pivotal in whatever role he's asked to do. And you can see there when Stuart Ritchie turned around momentarily, kind of gave the substitution motion. We'll see if it's officially needed, as Ballard is going to get assistance off momentarily by Kelly, walking it off, and here's several applauses throughout the stadium, rightfully so. It's great to see Ballard walking off on his own power, and we hope that he recovers as quickly as possible. And a non-contact injury for the Knox forward. So if a substitution is made, it looks like it will be Frankie Ross coming into the match. Ross on the air. 18 appearances, now 19 in USL League One. 2 goals and an assist in this competition. So a drop ball due to the injury, and One Knox restarts play again. Frank Ross in for the injured Richard Ballard. Came up limping on a non-contact lower body injury. So Knox, courtesy of Burton Shipman, has failed to score a first half goal in USL League One for the 15th time in their 21 games this year. It's the most in the league. Funny enough, for the Mingos, this is the 15th time that they have prevented the opposition from scoring in the first half. No team has done that more than Forward Madison this year. Again, that's where, if you saw our pregame with the table, in terms of the conversion rate, goal scoring stats compared to the goals allowed and shutouts recorded stats, comparing both teams. Very similar defensive performances. And you couldn't find more opposite offensive outputs between these two clubs. It's night and day. I guess the most visual representation for the kids watching is you're trying to compare these two teams' offensive stats. It's like the Wicked Witch of the North and Wicked Witch of the West from The Wizard of Oz. Except without the flying monkeys. Everything else is pretty similar. What a great movie. And Madison hoping to make the end of their season a movie by getting one more chance to perform in front of this stellar home crowd. Foul called on this spot. Angelo Kelly going down, and the crowd getting a little restless with the foul calls. Hasn't been easy going for the Madison defense. Been a little over aggressive. You can see on the Dairyland replay. Just stepping to the ball a little too close, and when you do that, you over-challenge, you overstep your boundaries. That's where you end up making these collisions. Kelly helped up by Jalen Chrysler. And another great chance here, a matter of inches outside the penalty box. You can hear the forward Madison support section, the flock, attempting to howl Knoxville out of this scoring chance. Off the direct free kick, deflected and out for a corner kick. The first this evening, 4-1 Knox. And Kempis Tequila here in enemy territory to achieve that ball. Tequila, who has scored in the UEFA Europa League. The big stage has a chance here. And somewhat got through, but a couple quick touches by Madison nearly found Derek Gebhard. The Mingos are flying. Eric Lizama Pavan asking for them to hold up the pace. Nothing wrong with a little pep in the step if you're forward Madison. And it's how they found themselves to this 10-2-8 record in league play. And we'll give you an update on scores around the league. Did so in the first half and at halftime. On Tormenta a little farther into their match. Inaccurate cross finds Calixto, Belindez, to Murphy Jr. Reese Stevens Field is getting a good one here tonight in the 56th minute. Just because it's scoreless doesn't mean it's not fun. Header deflected up by Fernandez. Now for a goal kick for Johan Garibay. So again, Johan Garibay. Garibay, who has just been praised for his play this year, backing up Sean Lewis in most of the League One matches, and all the work he did in the Jägermeister Cup. Again, someone who was accepting of his role. Ilya Illich talked about just the relief of having not just a number 2, but 2 number 1s to go to. As Kelly sends that one right to Shipman. So in an emergency, when you have the ability to go to Garibay, it's really an advantage a lot of teams don't have. But within that, you have to praise Nick Hamadia, the goalkeeping coach for 1 Knox. I mean, he's helped keep this goalkeeping union together of him, Sean Lewis, and Johan Garibay. It's a big part of the team. Ilya Illich has praised those 3 guys. He says they are a great team together. They work together, adapt based on feedback, and they progress really well. They always find a way to get better. So it's only in order that we congratulate Nick Hamadia, as I was informed by Ilya Illich in our coach's call earlier this week. Congratulations to Coach Hamadia on the birth of his son, Oliver. Again, from all of us here at ESPN Plus and our entire crew on this match, we congratulate Nick Hamadia, the goalkeeping coach for 1 Knox, his entire family. and their newborn, Oliver. Coach Hamadillo getting a chance to watch Johan Garibay do what he does best in the absence of Sean Lewis. Crossed in. And Johnson clears. Haugley. And a missed touch by Chrysler, right over to Gebhard. Dangerous. Chance inside. Payne, cross, and a miss. And Garrett McLaughlin nearly found the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And Stephen Payne with a right idea on this Dairyland replay. Great through ball by Gebhard. Whether that ball had too much heat or McLaughlin was just a step behind, nonetheless, probably the best chance this evening for forward Madison. So folks, we promised you more scores. And this is why USL League One is the heartbeat of American soccer. South Georgia Tormenta FC is up on Union Omaha 2-0 in the 2nd minute of stoppage time in the first half. Wow! And that just makes things exciting. Tormenta refusing to go down after Richmond picked up the 2-1 victory against Chattanooga. So the final playoff spot not determined this evening, unless Omaha can pull off the incredible 3-goal comeback. Charlotte Independence currently leading Lexington on the road in the 55th minute, 2-1. Northern Colorado and Spokane, a battle of the West. Not set to kick off until 9 p.m. Tomorrow night, Central Valley hosts Greenville at 7 p.m. But how about that? The Ibises up on the Owls. League One always keeping the fans, the players, the coaches, heck, even us, the media, on our toes. We're in the 60th minute. Great chances by Madison. They've had the luxury of having more of those. Knox playing patiently, still searching for their moment. Now, Gebhard. Payne, inside. Boyce, nice flick there by McLaughlin. Backheeled behind the back by Galindez. Inaccurate pass. And contact made inside the box in favor of one Knox. You can see Johan Garibay communicating to the near side official that there are elbows being thrown. There's aggressive play going on, and he doesn't like it. Not one bit. So on this Dairyland replay, let's see where the contact is made. It's Angelo Kelly. And Galindez going up high, attempting to retrieve the header. So you've had Richard Ballard, who was brought to the ground a couple times, ended up leaving on a non-contact injury. And Angelo Kelly, who's now been on the ground several times. Those two taking the brunt force of forward Madison this evening. But Ilya Illich preached to his team, as he told me in our meeting leading up to the match, that every time we play Madison, it is physical, it is tough, and it's a great game. It's one of those that mentally and physically will challenge you. It's all about sticking to your approach. Right now, one Knox unfazed. So Angelo Kelly walking off on his own power, and there is Ilya Illich looking for win number 5. He was a back-to-back champion in his playing days in the USL Championship with Louisville City. Also appeared for Indy 11 and New Mexico United. Actually made 21 appearances last year while a one Knox assistant coach. Stepping into that player coach role. Something you don't see too often. Probably the most notable player coach of all time in any sport. I would argue is Bill Russell of the Boston Celtics. 11-time NBA champion back in the 60s and 50s. The 50s and 60s, I should say. Ilya Ilic getting to join that illustrious crew of player-coach role. The edge of the penalty area. McLaughlin not liking the looks. Still quiet here in the 63rd minute. The draw has yet to be broken. And another collision on the far side. Second booking of the evening for forward Madison. It's against Wolfgang Prentice. Just a little overzealous on his attempt to be on the ball. This replay brought to you by Dairyland. Just a tough collision there. He felt he was going for the ball, but Eric Lezama-Pavan thought otherwise. And that ball takes a Madison bounce out for Mingo's throw-in. Watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Select matches, including the championship final, will be available in Spanish throughout the rest of the season. Go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Cycle back to Mayo. There's one touch pass, Boyce. Opportunity to cross. Jordan Skelton had other ideas. The central center back, if you will, actually recorded a header. Round 8 of the Jägermeister Cup against South Georgia Tormenta FC. That's something, when I had the chance to catch up with Ilya Ilic going into that match, preached being more successful on set pieces and using the team's height. Did so that evening. I wonder if they're going to get another chance to do that here. But just one corner kick for the visiting side. The odds don't look great, but the match is far from over. Jr. Just one substitution this match. It was Frank Ross coming in for the injured Richard Ballard. Yeah, we talked about it in our keys to the game. But head coach Matt Glazer for forward Madison really feels that the strength of his team is the depth. You know, having guys come off the bench, coming for the starters, wreak the same amount of havoc, if not more. We're seeing that tonight. Now, even though it is a scoreless match, Garrett McLaughlin has been creating a couple of chances in the absence of Christian Cheney. Foul right on the far touchline. And it's a one Knox player down. I'll get the name to you in a second. John Murphy Jr. headed over to check on him. That's Angelo Kelly. This replay brought to you by Dairyland. Just an awkward step. Ends up flipping over the back of John Murphy Jr. Unintentional, as you saw John Murphy Jr. head over to the Honduran national. Make sure he was all okay. So no card shown there. Accidental contact. No malintent. Long ball up ahead to Richie. And the offside flag goes up. And Stuart Richie, definitely in the thick of the season. He's used for his crossing abilities. The best at it. But One Knox has figured different ways to attack by dropping Sievert Haugli, Callum Johnson in lower in that pivot role, allowing them to come up, control the pace. You have guys like Stuart Ritchie and Gio Calixto if you opt to go at a faster pace. So Matt Glazer, as another offside flag goes up. That's what makes One Knox such a tough team to break down, is how organized they are. It's a team that always has a plan. It's Frank Ross. Will have an impact off the bench this evening. Stavros Zaracostas set to check in along with James Thomas. Zaracostas will come in. Angelo Kelly will make way for the Greek national. And James Thomas, the Englishman, set to come in for Gio Calixto. No surprise he'll be in at that right back spot. More like a wing back. So he has been in the starting role, usually on the right side if he is to start. Whether it's right back or right wing back on the day. He'll usually see that area of the pitch. So Thomas and Zaracostas on. Kelly and Calixto out. Stavros Zaracostas, since joining the team, the average goals a game, it hasn't gone up by much, but for a One Knox side that has struggled to score multiple goals in a match, going from 1.1 to 1.3 really can make a difference. Header back to Boyce, a floater to the right of Garibay. So as One Knox takes their time, forward Madison able to create quickly. We're in the 70th minute. Josh Lill bringing you all the action on USL, for USL League One on ESPN Plus, pardon me. Look at those talented drummers. How they can do it for 90 minutes? Well, I've been there and done that myself, but nonetheless, to do it standing and with no breaks, I think you got to give them an A+ for the evening. Matt Glazer was very complimentary of the fans. Said they've been great his entire time. He really wants to make things interesting for them come playoff time. They deserve it. The energy they bring is huge. But the disapproval they're bringing of that One Knox foul, they want to make sure John Murphy Jr. is protected. As he lets out a little bit of a smile. Chance here, deep in their attacking third. This is where all the differences are made late in the match. It's been tough to create chances at times. But can you do it when you're handed the opportunity? Both teams have approximately 20 minutes to answer that question. Free kick here, header. A great chance. John Murphy Jr. letting out a sigh on the ground. You can see the frustration. He knew he had a great chance to put Madison on top late. This Dairyland replay. Kroll laying into it. Just an outswinging ball that had a lot of spin. Comes off Murphy Jr.'s noggin the wrong way. Mauro Cicero set to come in for Wolfgang Prentice. These substitutions are brought to you by Festival Foods. Venezuelan national. Standing 6'5" in his second year with Madison. Definitely can become a set-piece threat this evening. Garrett McLaughlin. Silva coming in for him. Far side now to play. Currently halftime between Tormenta and Omaha. 2-0 for the Ibises. And Charlotte, in the 69th minute, leading Lexington 2-1. So Richmond cannot clinch tonight if South Georgia comes away with a victory. And the Kickers own the tiebreaker over the Ibises. Here on our Dairyland replay. Awkward kick there from James Thomas. Certainly did not fall with grace. Thomas okay, we continue. And a deep free kick. Spiraling to the outside. Danny Fernandez shielding. He'll take the throw in. Deep to Frankie Ross. And in a little bit of trouble, double team. Finds Fernandez. And a good step there. That's John Murphy Jr. forcing the throw in. And it's those little things that Madison does so well. Getting in the passing lanes. Ball kept in. Outswinger. And it'll be a goal kick at the sound of Eric Lizama Pavan's whistle. Burn Shipman looking to record shutout number 9 on the year. He won't reach the 12 shutouts that he did last year in regular season play, but 9 is pretty darn good if you ask me. Oh, mistouch. Dangerous. Almost had the jinx of the announcer there. Floats that one just over the Piggly Wiggly bench. Unforced turnover. Allows Knox to reset positive territory. Richie, Tequila. Grabbed from behind by Osmond. This one will be a corner. Or nope, throw-in, excuse me. Play. Throw in. Heavy touch. And Ross just runs right into Devin Boyce. And Frankie Ross not pleading too much with the head official. Pretty much knows what he did, and Devin Boyce shakes it off. So heavy touch off the knee. The Scottish national, and then just lowers that right shoulder. You're not going to get away with that one in USL League One. So Madison resets. To Payne, Skelton. Safely clearing out of play. Select, the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Nice flick by Galindez. Boyce. Richie up ahead. Out of play it goes. And Matt Glazer, pretty unhappy with Eric Lizama Pavan. Calling for a foul call on Jordan Skelton. Doesn't like the fact that Danny Fernandez just got kicked. So taking a look as Fernandez right now in agony on the ground. Here on their Dairyland replay. Steps in, yeah, got tangled up in the lower part of his right leg, near his foot. You can see he's grimacing, he doesn't like it. And for Fernandez, who already wears the knee brace on his left leg. Can't be easy having to deal with the pain in his lower right leg. We'll see how he does the rest of the way. Throwing. Boyce. Galindez. Inside, quick touch, Boyce. Galindez, crossing, save made by Garibay! When his name needed to be called, he stepped up. Wide is Gebhardt. On this Dairyland replay, Boyce inside to Galindez. Garibay had to stand strong on that near stick. And positions himself perfectly to make that save. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157. North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. Plus your live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more. All on Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. Ross. Whether he wanted Stuart Ritchie, I do not know. Collision after the whistle. That's Devin Boyce. Danny Fernandez was in the area. The crowd does not like the fact that Devin Boyce is getting a little more contact than he probably normally would. Just want to defend one of their own. Here's Rodolfo Castro, who had the one-of-a-kind game winner last time out at home against Central Valley in the 75th minute. A ripper from outside the box. Late in the match, it's time. Near side Payne. Less than 10 minutes to go until stoppage time. Neither team have an answer. Both these sides coming away with game-winning goals late in their previous matches. For Madison, it was a penalty kick converted by Christian Cheney in the 2nd minute of stoppage time, like we just mentioned in the 75th minute for Rudy Castro. Murphy Jr. back to Mayo. Switching the field. Jacob Krul. Inside pass Thomas. Gebhardt. Double teamed momentarily by Chrysler and Castro, rightfully so. Castro having to play catch up. Out to the penalty area. Crossing by Krul. Outswinger. Header attempt. Payne was going to have a chance. And he pops that one high and deep towards the concessions, and that one's gone. Exciting opportunity for the Mingos. A great build by Derek Gebhardt. A nice cross by Jacob Krul. But the ball didn't have the bounce, nor the touch by Stephen Payne to test Johan Garibay. A couple subs here Sharif J set to check in, and Verity Sosa in for Madison. And Devin Boyce checks out. It's been 28 minutes since Knoxville's last shot by Kempis Tequila in the 54th minute. Again, scoring and creating a transition is something that Knox, we've harped on this evening, is still trying to improve on as the season goes. Fernandez with the interception. Good build so far. And turned it back over. We have a one Knox player down. Not quite in position to see who. And another booking has been issued. Yellow card to the home side. That was Stavros Zarakostas having to embrace that contact. eFootball 2024 is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. Callum Johnson in swinging ball. Header over everybody and out of play. Mauro Cicero was flagged for the yellow card. This Madison crowd not too happy with the momentary pause of play by head official Eric Lezama-Pavon. They know their team, yes, is possession-based, but when they need to work quick, they can do so. And with just about 5 minutes to go until stoppage time, every second that passes is a scoring chance gone. Murphy Jr. With patience. Sosa. Grabbed and then a little extra touch by Zarakostas at the end of the whistle. Things getting chippy between both of these sides. Both Madison and Knox eager to see their home crowds once again. Fernandez. This is a sight similar for Knox fans all year, as Mail with the miss clear. 13 combined shutouts in all competitions this year for the visiting side. And the shutouts are important. And yes, like we mentioned in this exact phrasing, defense wins you championships, but you can't get to those title games unless you put the ball in the net. It has been a true struggle of one Knox tonight. And Here we go on the fast break. Gebhard, one of the best passers. Krul, one of the best crossers. Intended for Davia. 3 shots on target for Madison, just 1 for Knox. And remember, Madison in their last 7 meetings, unbeaten when recording 10 or more shots. Knoxville had just 1 shot on target last time between these two sides on October 1st. It's looking like a little bit of a deja vu moment this go around. Spinning. Sosa. Jay. Little dipsy-do trying to get by Callum Johnson. Stavros Zadakostas holding his ground. Murphy Jr. Calming Mayo with caution. We're getting close, folks. It's down to the wire. With Omaha trailing 2-0 to Tormenta, the Players' Shield is still alive for Madison. And turnover. Ross flipped up. No call on the play. There's a clean challenge on the ball. Into the box. Header save made by Shipman. Yes, he was in the right spot at the right time, but the reaction there on the quick flick keeps this match scoreless. Sosa. And a foul here. Davia and Murphy Jr. standing over the ball. Good chance here on the right side. We'll see if they want to go with an outswing or an inswing here. Morto Sichera. Looks like in-swinger's the option. Stoppage time brought to you by Just Coffee Cooperative. 4 minutes of stoppage time here at Bree Stevens Field. Stay tuned for these final 4 minutes, folks. Will the deadlock be broken? Will both these teams come away with a draw? Really just look back inside the opportunities that they had to score. Don't go anywhere. Sichero. Huge free kick. And a very awkwardly placed outswinger. No foul call in the box, indicated by Eric Lezema Pavone, the head referee. Kind of explaining to Jalen Crisler what went on in the box, and Jordan Skelton breathing a sigh of relief. Garibay directing traffic. High ball, deep. Attacking half for Knox, and Madison might just be content letting the final go to 0-0. Okay, a little deflection here by Rudy Castro. That's Tequila. Center pass in the middle. Too much for Ross to handle. So folks, I guess this is what you get when you put 2 of the best defensive clubs on the pitch. You get great scoring chances, but just nothing in the net. The only record we have of something hitting the net is the hole that hit the left side, the hole that went through the net on the left side goal that delayed the start of the second half. At least the net felt some contact. There's still 2 minutes. Pending the officials' ruling. But even a result could do so much for Madison. They would just trail Omaha by 3 points heading into the final match day. Actually, folks, we'd like to let you know that if Madison doesn't come away with a win this evening, Omaha actually comes away with the Players' Shield. So desperate for a goal here in the final seconds of the match, and Matt Glazer is furious. The booking has been shown toward the Madison bench. And one Knox content to let this one go scoreless as well. That card goes to Sharif J. This one ends in a scoreless draw. And with that being one of the 2 following scenarios Union Omaha needed, Madison is not in position to win the Players' Shield now. It goes to Union Omaha. And Burn Shipman putting another stellar effort. He is the man of the match presented by Festival Foods. Really gave his all again. 9 shutouts, now lead the league in his 21st start, 31st start overall this year. And in the league this year, just 17 goals allowed. Kept his team in it and has really proven that he can do this in back-to-back years, and that's what you want out of a consistent keeper. And play of the match, no doubt here, a save on the flick of a head by Kempis Tequila. And Burn Shipman, again, we talked about it in the match. It may have not made him move a ton, but he put himself in position. Again, here, a curling ball by Kempis Tequila. Burn Shipman moving on that wicked ball. And again, may not be the result they wanted, but Madison still searching for that first round home playoff match. Final score, 0-0, presented by Dairyland.
This isn't just your normal bike. It folds, it unfolds, and it just goes. Need to climb that hill? No problem. And if you're looking for speed, well, you've come to the right place. 28 miles per hour, up to 65 miles of range. And equipped with hydraulic brakes, this is the Electric XP 3.0. Fully foldable, fully assembled, ships free. Simple as that. Go to electricebikes.com and come ride with us.
My name is John Murphy. Pausani Ferry Sosa. Soy Juan Galindre. I'm Devin Boyce.
I gotta get a couple push-ups in, you know?
I can juggle. Justin. Justicia. Justice. 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 Justice from the ground up. Justice from the ground up.
Tomorrow, we've been expecting you. At TrueStage, we've been preparing for tomorrow for almost a century, helping businesses give their customers, members, and clients what they need to move forward with confidence. Because for us, the future brings possibility, protection, innovation, growth. With financial solutions across insurance, investments, and technology, the people you serve can take on tomorrow, today. So what are you waiting for? Tomorrow, here we come.
Again, your final from Madison, Wisconsin, Forward Madison FC and 1 Knoxville SC goes scoreless in the second to last match week of the USL regular season. Both teams eyeing a first-round home playoff match. Final score presented by Dairyland. So full-time highlights here, sponsored by Just Coffee Cooperative. So no scoring, but that doesn't mean we didn't have good looks throughout the match. In the 13th minute, a crossing by Wolfgang Prentice, a great opportunity. And Prentice was really active on the left side of the box, on both sides, in both halves, I should say. That's where he had the best opportunity to create assists, was not able to connect. And one of the better saves by Byrne to Shipman this evening on an in-swinging curler by Kempis Tequila. On that free kick, Tequila unable to knot his 13th goal of the year. And in the 58th minute here in the second half, Adrian Payne nearly found a cutting Garrett McLaughlin for the game winner. The play all starts with Derek Gebhard. Payne unable to connect with McLaughlin. And then in the 72nd minute, I should say, Krul with the free kick and a great opportunity by John Murphy Jr. That ball had a little too much heat on it, and chance after chance running away from Madison, unable to capitalize. Then probably the best chance, Juan Galindres off of Johan Garibe deals with the second chance opportunity in a sliding John Murphy Jr. and holds strong in front of his net. He records his first shutout in league play, his 6th in all competitions this year. And late in the match, in the 89th minute, save of the game, play of the game. It was a flick header by Kempis Tequila. Shipman, with great instincts, makes a pivotal save. So a scoreless ending here at Bree Stevens Field. Madison outshot one Knox 15-5, and just 5 shots on target between the two sides. Possession did not go the way of Knoxville. Usually it does, but 65% for Madison. 5 bookings on the evening, and for Knox, they were cheating a little ahead against the back line of Madison. 5 offside calls this evening. So not one of the cleaner matchups for both these teams, but for two of the best defensive sides in the league, it was a clinic. And taking a look at the current league standings. So I want to make a correction from something I said at the end of the broadcast. Omaha has not won the Players' Shield. They are in position to, trailing to South Georgia. If they lose or draw against the Ibises this evening, they win the Players' Shield due to Madison not coming away with a victory. No Cone Greenville look to keep on the path of first-round home playoff match. Richmond squeaks by, winning this evening, but South Georgia Tormenta FC unable to allow Richmond to clinch a playoff spot this evening. So Central Valley, Lexington, Chattanooga, and Tormenta still have hope. Only League One match that can bring this much excitement. Forward Madison and one Knox, even though it was scoreless. It had us at the edge of our seats. Madison unable to clinch the Players' Shield unless some craziness happens between Omaha and South Georgia Tormenta. Your final score, 0-0 apiece. And for a huge thank you to our entire crew this evening, I'm Josh Lill. Have a great rest of your night.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.